Welcome back to Teller Time, where the energy is infectious, the stories are local, and the community never stops showing up. We're still riding high after that baseball game last weekend. The crack of the bat, the crowds, and the players sprinting around the bases like they were chasing down a World Series ring. Fantastic, but that was just the start. After a well earned day of rest, we rolled straight into documentaries from the Ute Pass Historical Society. And folks, those were something that didn't just teach history, they grabbed you by the shirt and said, "Sit down, you're going to learn something." Well, Teller County doesn't just do anything halfway because the documentary show was followed up by a free ice cream social. Yes, I said free, I said ice cream, and I said social. And that was a heck of a combination. It was an incredible sight to see. And if you didn't clear your calendar to attend any of those big events, not to worry,
Oh yeah.
because there was one constant, one immovable force,
Oh boy.
one beacon of pure Teller Time energy holding the line through every single event.
There he goes again.
Our own Teller Time Titan,
Ooh.
Charlie. Yes, he was front row center, guardian of the vibe, the man who fills in the gaps and the patches and the pauses, and basically the unofficial commissioner of fun.
Whoa. Yes.
So now, while I take a breath, Charlie,
Yeah, take
Charlie, you're going to tell us firsthand what that weekend was all about.
Well, yeah. I mean, so the Colorado Vintage Baseball Association, along with Woodland Parks, city officials, and first responders, played each other in this game. It was warm out. It was very warm out. But we had a great crowd. There was at least a couple hundred people, and I think
Modeling the shirt.
he's modeling,
Yeah,
yes. And he made shirts for, because you have that little company,
yeah.
he made shirts for
The
the
team.
opposing team,
Yeah,
the city officials, and it worked out great. They loved it, by the way.
good.
And so, long story short, the old timers, the vintage guys, they beat the city official dudes, which are, I think, younger, and for the most part, 18 to 10. And
Okay.
boy, was it great because we know not only had that, we had the Colorado Cowboys. There was like 10 or 12 of them. They had a shootout, and then we had the Ute Pass Victorian Society who showed up in their regalia. They looked beautiful. And so yeah, that and all the other things. I mean, we had I or four, I think it was maybe five food trucks there.
Wow.
And it was a great day for that. The occasional gust of wind that blew things everywhere, but that was okay. That's part of it. These guys really performed well. It was a lot of fun. Now, on the ice cream side, the next day, last Sunday, we had a great turnout for our two documentaries, which was Dude Ranches in the Shadows of Pikes Peak, and also the Mighty Midland and the Towns It Built, which is about the train that came west from Colorado Springs and built all these towns, including Woodland Park. Great turnout for that, but on top of it, we had the new trailer for the new documentary that we finished filming last month, and it's in post production right now, in the process of being edited and getting ready for release, hopefully the end of this year or early 2027. And the ice cream was phenomenal. You should have been there.
Well, what was the name?
You,
What was the name? Dude,
Can't beat
I
that.
was resting, relaxing.
you
Well,
were,
the new documentary. You want to tell the name of the new documentary?
well,
Or no?
if
You want to keep it a secret?
no, if you insist, I
No,
say,
no,
yeah.
no. I'm building
They
excitement.
should know because really it's about five extraordinary women that was in this region right here. And so the title of it is Wonder Women of the Peak.
Hmm.
Kind of a,
Interesting.
yeah, well, they were amazing ladies. These five, we had to choose from a whole bunch to make it really compelling. And these five are out of the park, no pun intended. But yeah, they are great.
Amazing.
They are great. And so We're going to have that trailer online here shortly. So you can see it on our Facebook page, the UPass Historical Society's Facebook page, along with, we might even put it on Teller Times
There you go.
Facebook page.
So, did you sign any autographs considering you're one of the actors in all these
No,
videos, documentaries?
no.
No autographs?
Oh no, but I got a lot of questions.
Oh, yeah?
Like behind the scenes, what happened to this? What happened to that? Because we did have a full house at the cultural center for the
Nice.
showing. It was wonderful. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it was really good.
All right. Well, all right. That sounds good. Thanks for that. And again, uphs.org is your website, which
That's right.
they'll be able to find some of these videos.
Oh yeah, they're all on there. Yeah.
They're all on there.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, folks, yeah, watch them with your kids because even as a non-history person like myself, I've found learning. No, honesty, I've found learning a little bit about
You're
Teller County.
becoming a history.
I am. I'm
Yes,
becoming
you
a lot of things. Karma chameleon here. But it is pretty interesting. And when we have our potato soup dinner in the fall,
October 9th.
that's going to be something else to come in and think about and understand what the whole concept of this potato soup is all about, how it relates to Teller County and everything. So,
Quickly, I can
yeah, go
throw
ahead.
that in there. So, Teller County was known all back, especially back in the early 1900s, late 1800s, early 1900s. They divide Colorado. They grew potatoes and lettuce like no tomorrow. I mean, the climate was a bit different, so they could do it. They said there was lettuce heads the size of bushel baskets. I mean, they were just amazing. So, being the Midland Railroad ran through there, they were shipping all these vegetables to all over the country with ice out of Lake George,
Amazing.
which supplied the ice in the train cars to make that happen. In fact, during the Depression, there was families in Texas that us as Teller County were helping to feed through that tragic time. So anyway, that's just a brief.
Great
All
history.
right. So, yeah, October 9th, and that's Saturday. That's up at the Pikes Peak
community.
Divide Library. What do we call that?
Well, it's both. The community center, libraries in there, but yeah, we always have a plethora of different types of potato soup. It's really
Who doesn't like potatoes?
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
And some of these recipes, which you should cash in on
Yeah.
this year, you should get in on that.
I did last year, dude.
Oh,
I
you
made
did? That's
soup.
right.
I made soup and dessert.
I can't keep up with you.
I know. I know. But yeah, it's definitely a good cause. Have some fun, eat some great soup and everything, but learn a
Yeah.
little bit more about the history of Teller County because it is pretty amazing. So, all right. Before we continue on with our guest speaker here, I want to take a moment for some truly special happenings that happened actually last Saturday, August 8th. It was a breakfast, and it was entitled Behind the Purple Heart, 250 Years of Honor. Veterans and families and supporters filled the room at the Tava House for a free breakfast. The stories were powerful, and the gratitude was real. It wasn't just free Danish and coffee, but a reminder of the courage, sacrifice, and quiet strength living right here in our community. So, huge respect to everyone who showed up. Thank you to the Teller County Mental Health Alliance, Ashley, Tava House, and all those involved for hosting a morning that meant more than words can cover. So, thank you, everyone. And yes, we appreciate it. I had an enjoyable time there. It was amazing. I just wish more children had been there to understand what.
It'll happen sometime.
Yeah.
We got to work up to it.
To understand what these
Sacrifices.
soldiers, what these people, what the sacrifices went through. It's pretty amazing to hear what it was all about.
Oh yeah.
So, but none of what we're doing here right now wouldn't be happening without our list of sponsors, which is growing weekly. And yes, you too could be a sponsor at a very low cost, but you would gain some great exposure through our social media, where we're on Spotify and YouTube, Facebook, and Apple Podcast. And we have received anywhere from 3,000 to 12,000 listeners
per week.
Listeners per week since we started, and this is our 53rd show. So if you'd like more information, you can head to our Facebook page called Teller Time, and remember it's 2 words, and see what programs fit for you.
It's growing all the time.
Yes.
I mean, it's because of this guy's oratory. I love to go there with that because he does too. He is very buttery smooth.
There you go. Well,
Speaking of,
It's like everything. It's, when you love what you do, it's a passion. It's hard to hide that passion. And I'm trying to excite people to get excited about coming on our show and just advertising with us, but just having some fun and getting
oh yeah,
exposure for what they do here in Teller County at little or no cost. So we do want to thank our sponsors right now. We have Above the Clouds Pet Sitting, we have Black Cap Photography, Hardcastle Heating and Cooling Home Services, Savage Septic,
Yeah,
and
so
you're
if
based
people are
in.
maintaining their systems pretty regularly,
Mhm.
it's literally we show up, depending on the tank size. So I'm charging for 1,000 gallon tank and below is
Okay.
$450,
Okay.
and then 1,250 is a $550, and then a 1,500 gallon is $650,
yeah,
and then it goes on up. Some of the
Okay.
houses now are putting in 2,000, 2,500 gallon tanks.
isn't it something?
But and then I'm doing a 10% off for all seniors. So all senior citizens have a 10% discount. And
Don't wait until it's too late. Call Jim today for a top-notch septic inspection or cleaning. Ensure your system runs smoothly and avoid costly repairs. Reach Jim now for reliable service.
He is Steve Sato, lead of Team Santo at Home Smart Realtors. Strong track record across Colorado Springs, Denver, and Teller County. He's known for high service, high communication real estate work, and specializing in buyers, sellers, and military relocation. He's become one of the trusted voices in our mountain community. So without further ado, Steve, welcome to Teller Time.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit of history about you,
Yeah.
your business, and then we'll get going into the rest of it. So thanks for joining us this morning.
I'm very honored to be here. Thank
Oh,
you.
we're honored to have you.
I'm excited to have some fun and talk with you guys.
Yeah.
And yeah, really, what do you want to know?
Well, again, usually like to start off, what brought you? How long have you been in Teller
Yeah.
County? And that's just usually the start where we build up from there and get into your business and why. And
Involvement with the community.
yeah,
Whatever
that's
you
a
Yeah.
big thing.
Yeah.
I moved to Colorado in 2004 and went up to Denver, where one of my buddies invited me to work for a company. And so I was there for 17 years.
In Denver.
And Denver.
Ah,
My wife and I got married and went to Belize on our honeymoon and saw how these families would spend time. And family was important to them and the simple ways of living. And
yes.
it inspired us to move out of Denver and get out of this beast that had grown from this little town to this huge community. So we came down south and we've been in Teller County for 7 years now.
Oh,
And we couldn't be more happy to be living in such a community that's filled with
there it is.
nature,
All right.
calm.
We gotta stop. Here comes that duck again.
We really need to work.
You just mentioned the word,
So-
word that everyone
Don't
talks
mean to
about.
interrupt, but this
Please,
is a
yeah.
highlight of every show.
This
Yeah.
is the-
What happens is people like yourself,
Yeah.
they mention the word community and what's
Yeah.
the draw. And so he started back in the day, which probably in the 40s, 50s, Groucho Marx had a bit on TV. I forgot what it was called, but anyway, the,
You know who he is? Any idea?
I think so, yeah.
All right.
the Marx Brothers,
Yeah, yeah.
comedian. Anyway, they had this duck
Dating yourself.
that fell. The circle would
okay.
trigger a duck.
Yeah,
It would fall out of the ceiling, and
We're gonna.
you'll
work
see it. It'll be on here. It'll be on this podcast.
fantastic.
But
yeah,
that
it's
is community is the big
Yeah.
word here, and that's
Please
what.
continue.
Yeah, 53 people have just said that word. And you just mentioned it.
you don't know unless you live here and you are
Exactly.
part of the community, and then you realize very quickly
Yeah.
Mhm.
there's a watching out for one another, hoping that we succeed locally, and it's the thread of the joy of being
Well
here.
put.
That is nicely stated. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you realize that right away, and especially some of these nonprofit communities that come together
Mhm.
for goodwill. The service aspect of my life, it's really a driver for me.
Okay.
And I didn't really have the ability when I was a young person to do service. I came from a single mother household where my father passed at age 1.5. I was
Oh my
almost
goodness.
the same age as my daughter is now.
Okay.
So that's been an interesting, introspective journey for me to kind of see life through her eyes, through my eyes as my father.
hmm
And it's my last name and the name of my company. So I hold it very dearly to me, um, what that experience gave me growing up and then receiving service from other nonprofits. we really needed it as a family.
Hmm.
And I didn't understand service until way later in life, where there was an earthquake and a tsunami in Japan
Yes,
that happened. And this was in 2011.
I remember that.
In the epicenter of where the wave came in, the tsunami wave, was my family's hometown of Sendai, Japan.
Whoa.
When that happened, I was in a sales role, and I was distraught, and I was staying up at night. We didn't know if our family was alive or not.
Right.
And so I founded a nonprofit called CASA, Kindness America Sendai Alliance, and built a board, raised funds, and then within 6 months of that event, I resigned from my job in sales and went to Japan, and was boots on the ground doing volunteer work for 5 weeks, living in the temporary housing communities, and traveling to Fukushima where the nuclear reactor
I was going to
exploded,
say, yeah.
and serving those communities. And when I came back to the States, I was transformed, and my heart expanded. And ever since then, I've been heavily involved in volunteerism, supporting nonprofits, and building community through those lines of goodwill and kindness. And it's a big
Well,
part
there's
of
no
life.
shortage of nonprofits here at Little Park.
right.
I tell you, we got a lot of them, and we're glad we do.
Yeah.
I mean, the historical society's one. This right here is one. So
Yeah.
but this is awesome story. I
Okay.
can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things to be said about volunteering your time.
Yeah.
Um, the feeling that you get is unspeakable,
Yeah.
as to how it makes you feel, and what you realize, and even a little bit can help. And I really would like to see, and that's one thing we can all work on, is trying to even get the teens out there and getting them involved in listening to the military, going to the senior centers.
Yeah.
And I think all they need is one experience as to, what it makes you feel like.
Mhm.
And it's not something that they're being given. It's not a material good.
Mhm.
It's something that is felt in the heart and in the mind. And
Yeah.
it's a good feeling that, no one can explain until you experience it yourself. So that's what
I
is
see
good about
that.
this place.
Yeah.
I agree. Volunteerism and service to others is kind of like stepping into your dream.
Hmm.
What would you do if there was no monetary incentive attached to it? Everyone has a passion or a dream that
Yeah.
they have within their heart. Maybe it's buried, or they've thought about it and they're working on it. You get the same feeling, I think, when you're inside something that's important to you,
Oh
and
yeah.
it drives you, and time passes away,
Yeah.
and there's a feeling, an energy that is very similar, I think. So I think that is one way for people to step into their dream, is to serve,
Right.
Exactly.
get in front of
Yes.
communities, and the relationships you build in those settings are robust, strong, meaningful.
Right.
And a little plug for our Toastmaster
There you go.
club,
Yeah.
That's a
which
good one.
we meet every Friday here at the Rampart Library on the
Yep.
third level, the Colorado room with all this beautiful stained glass.
Mhm.
And
Okay.
the relationships that we have formed over there, we've been up and running for about 6.5 years,
Okay.
are some of the strongest that I have. And I think it's based on the fact that we get up there and we tell our story authentically.
Yes.
We talk about things that sometimes we don't tell our friends,
Right.
because it's a compelling thing that we need to get out and express.
Yeah.
And that's another form for kids to get
Yeah.
involved with. You have to be 18 to join a club, but yeah, you can still work
Okay.
in those modalities even through your school, through public speaking.
We've had one of your Toastmasters here, Kristen Roberts, was on
Yeah.
here a while ago, and we
She's
talked
amazing.
about
Tim Miller.
yeah, Tim, yeah. So we've had a lot,
Yeah.
but I think learning how to publicly speak and not text and not do initials
My
and
goodness.
letters.
What?
Yeah, yeah,
Text?
yeah. It would be something that,
Yeah.
the kids, it should be a requirement in class, public speaking
I agree.
101. The benefits of just learning how to stand up and laugh at yourself and trip over your own tongue and not be so poetic and graceful and just,
Yeah.
You're talking
be
about me
relaxed.
again.
Yeah,
That is the key.
It
When I
is.
first joined the club 8 years ago, I thought I had to be so perfect, and I thought I had to say these special phrases that made me seem important in my own mind,
Yeah.
limited mind. when I got to a point of just speaking authentically what was inside of me, all of a sudden the connection of the message started to land.
Yeah.
And
See,
it's that simple. But that's one of those lessons that I learned
I think
in public speaking.
just my own opinion on that whole thing. The older you get, the less you have. Who gives a
Filters.
You know what I mean?
You've earned
The
it.
younger you are, the younger you are,
exactly.
you've got this. Oh God, what is everybody going to think?
Yeah.
What am I going to say
Yeah,
next?
now it's
What if
like,
I say something that's weird or
Yes. So let's get back up. Yeah. Let's talk about the Toastmasters
Yeah.
event, where it is,
Yeah.
when it is, how they can join, how they can, give us some contact information on that first, because that's
Yeah.
important.
reach out to me personally if you want, or just come and be a guest. It's at 11 a.m. on Fridays every week at the library.
Woodland Park
You'll find
Library.
it easy. Third level, come off the stairs and go left. It's your office there, and it's an hour long. We're very timely. Get in, get out. We have a Zoom option, and you'll find there's some magic that happens when you come to our meetings. Everyone says the same thing about us. That's a guest when we interview them after the meeting. So I won't tell you what
Okay.
that is. You have
Yeah,
to
right.
No secret word. You gotta you gotta find it yourself. All right.
But yeah, there's levels to it where you can go really high level, or you can go moderate.
Yeah.
So there's a there's
Everybody
a pathway for
enjoys it
everyone.
that we've talked to.
Yeah,
Everybody really loves it. So I think it's
yeah.
If I wasn't into 900 things right now, I'd be over there.
Charlie, we'll get you in there soon, sir.
Somehow, I'll get there. I've got to get in there.
You're very poetic when you speak. You're very eloquent. You're
You
very.
talking about me?
Yeah. Come on, we did the show. We did the mountain festival.
Oh,
together,
man.
I have to say how great of an experience that was this year to be involved,
Yeah.
and then to see you two up there on stage
That was
having fun
Yeah.
and excitement for the guests that you were introducing and the sponsors and
Yeah, it
you
was.
honoring them, and yeah, it was fun for the whole family, and
Yeah.
it was
Everybody
really
had a great time. I mean, it
Yeah.
was just the entertainers were having a blast. I mean,
yeah
we talked to them afterwards. and-
yeah kids running around.
Yeah.
It
A
was
lot
great.
of kids. A lot of kids.
A lot of
yeah.
kids.
Yeah, so
Yep.
So, all right. So we're getting back to your family, your business, and
yeah.
what we what you can do. But yeah, you've been here. Okay, real estate. Let's talk a little bit, about your real estate. What's happening with that. You know.
Yes.
So
I've been in business for 15 years. I always tell this story because most people don't talk about the journey of entrepreneurship.
okay.
But my first
Well,
7 years were hard.
Mm-hmm.
That's
And I didn't make
Yep.
any income for maybe 5 or 6 years. And I failed out of the business 3 or 4 times, had false starts,
yeah.
went back to a job that I hated, saved money, came back, and I kept attacking my business, knowing that if I didn't give up and if I just kept building relationships and showing up and doing the right thing often enough,
Yeah.
that it would work eventually.
Mm.
So I had delusional optimism
That's a good
Wow.
thing to have.
in this journey. And my wife, bless the angel of her, she stayed with me during that period, even though it was so challenging.
Oh, yeah.
She was the breadwinner. She was a social work caseworker.
Oh,
You can imagine how tough it was for us. But once year 7 came, something magic happened. I think I got connected into my business, and I really understood what I was doing and why. And doors started flying open, and my
Mhm.
business took off. And it's never been the same ever since then.
Patience is a virtue, isn't it?
There you go.
Yeah, and it's a compounding relationship thing.
Yeah.
There was so many people in my circle that maybe didn't trust me because I was a new agent, right? And
Right.
he needs to cut his teeth and be, stronger in what he's doing. And so I worked on sharpening my axe, getting more skillful, building relationships, and doing the right thing over and over.
Mhm.
And so I'm very grateful that I'm at a place now where I'm 100% repeat and referral, and have been for 7 years.
Nice.
And I've been in Teller now for 7 years, and now the business is taking off here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here it goes again, that 7-year window of me and how I work, where things start to show up, and about
Right.
a 7-year cycle at a time.
Well, it is.
It's a
I
joyful
mean,
experience.
your own business, you got to work it, and
Do you
nothing
have an
comes
office
easy.
in town here?
I don't. No,
don't?
we had a Home Smart, who's the firm I'm with. We had an office here for a while, but I don't think it's open
Yeah.
right now.
Okay.
So I work from home,
All right.
but my office is off of Woodman in Colorado Springs.
Okay.
Most agents don't go to the office, especially if they have a nice home office.
Well, why would you?
Yeah, yeah. There's drive time, etc. I spend
Yeah.
most of my time researching in the home office,
No.
preparing, and then I get out into the community. I'm directly face to face with
Right.
people, and I believe that's where I shine the most. Is
Sure.
that connection that happens when we get together? Yeah.
See, that's the thing. The face to face, feeling the energy, seeing the person, not just asking, this, that, and everything else, not just asking questions over the phone, not just reading what's on a piece of paper on a website. You've got to make the connection with your client, with your person, with the buyer, with the seller. And, that's the win or lose right there with my business. Same thing. If people call up just asking me for price, we're not going to make a connection because I am not about price. You got to come in and experience know what I'm all about, what we're all about, what we have to offer,
Yeah.
and then you decide from there. But it's just like any business. It doesn't come. It's been 13 years, and I'm very happy with that. But they say up at least in Teller County, plus it's twice a hard nut to crack when you're in Teller County, being so small
It's a
today.
small population of 8,000
Yeah,
roughly people, 27,000 in Teller County.
yeah,
Yeah, Colorado Springs, 725,000
Yeah.
people. I think that's one of the benefits of our beautiful community is that we're in this pocket of the high country
Oh, it's the
that
place to
every
be.
mountain is covered with foliage and these beautiful trees,
Yeah.
and then we're 30 minutes away from spring.
That's right.
chaos.
That's right.
Yes,
We can access that if we want, but
yeah.
anytime I'm in Denver or Colorado Springs and I come through the canyon, it's almost like I go through a portal
Mhm.
and I get to the other side of it.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I'm home.
Yeah.
And all
That's
of a
good.
sudden, time slows down a little bit. So I'm getting more comfortable with the mountain time aspect. I grew up in Key West, Florida,
Oh,
so I understand island time,
yeah.
but it's been a long time since I've lived there. So coming up here, I've had to kind of soften a little bit on timelines and yeah, businesses close randomly midday, and I think that's a beautiful, great feature of our town. But I'm still getting adjusted
Yeah.
to mountain time a little bit.
Take
And
it,
that's good.
yeah.
That's well put, man.
Yeah.
That's exactly.
take advantage of what's up here. The sights, the peaks, the leaves, just the town, the energy, the buzz. I mean, it's chaos, but it's not chaos, and people love it. They don't love it, but that's what the community is all about. But there's so much up here, like you said, it's so tight. Everyone, yeah, you got the cat fights and everything going on a little bit, but in when all is said is done, yeah, everyone is kind of sort of looking out for each other in one aspect or another, referring businesses and everything, and they come together. All you got to do is whisper it, and this town comes together so quickly
Oh, yeah.
to help another person in whatever aspect it is. So,
I tell you what, yeah, everything is different when you're physically with people
mhm.
and you're not on a keyboard, right? Everything
Right.
changes. The whole narrative is different from what you see online. People truly come together. People are about helping one another,
Yeah.
and yeah, get out into the community.
That's it.
It's the best way to
Yeah.
do business.
Man, there's
Come to
so
some of
many-
these events we're doing.
There's so many real clips coming off of him for the real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Nice.
It's great.
That
Well,
would be great.
You got so many coffee shops up here,
We got a few
Go-
coffee shops. I tell you
Go
what.
grab a coffee and sit and meet the person. Find out
Yeah.
what they're about, what makes them tick, and really put that personal touch, because that's what being a business owner is. You've got to have that personal touch. You've got to make that connection.
Yeah.
And if you don't make that connection, it's not going to pay off. So that's where people can tell, they can smell the real from the BS.
There you go.
All right, and we don't
Yeah.
have to bleep that out, right? We can
No.
say BS without getting in
B-
trouble.
LOL.
Okay.
People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care.
Gosh.
Dang, dude.
You know what? We could do a bunch of
We got a commercial right here for
Yeah,
you.
that's right.
All right.
Personal development is important, and when you're constantly being aware of yourself, things kind of you understand the world in a different way.
Of course. Yes.
That was my journey with sales. It was stepping into personal development,
Uh-huh.
reading, understanding who I am, and through that journey, yeah, life gets interesting and meaningful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Keeping that perspective is really important, because if you don't look at it like that, it's interesting and this and then, then it can be doldrums. It can be hard. Well, and it can be hard anyway, except
Yeah,
it's all about-
holding the heart as well
yes,
is something that's important.
that's right. That is.
And being able to sit in the hard or the pain with someone
Yeah.
is something my wife helped me to learn, because that was a big part of what she did. She would sit with families that were going through the
Social
system
work, yeah.
and have to be okay with some of those stories and experiences that children were going through,
Hmm.
and hold the line, understanding that, hey, the ultimate goal is to get these families back together,
Mhm.
what a social worker's kind of role is.
Yeah.
But she would come home with some of those stories, and they'd just be so heartbreaking.
Yeah.
And so I've learned to step into some of those experiences with friends and loved ones and sit in the pain. And it's
Yeah.
tough to do sometimes, but I've gotten better at it.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Good, good.
Yep.
All right. So, real estate information, contact information, where, how, when, who, and what.
Yeah, you can find me at Team Sato. You can just Google that. You'll find our page on Google, and also I have a website. Mostly, I'm on Instagram and Facebook, and you can find me pretty much everywhere.
All right.
One of the downfalls of being in real estate is you have to plaster your number everywhere, so you'll
Everywhere.
find me.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. And that is SATO.
SAT.
All right. Okay. All right. Well, we have talked a little bit about your business and your family. So let's get a couple of questions real quick. What makes Team Sato different from other realtors in the area?
Team Sato is different because I really care about the before, during, and after service. There's so much that happens before someone does business with you, during,
Right.
and after.
Okay. Like the
I've,
staging of a house.
yeah,
Sale.
I've
Yeah.
built my business where, because of being repeat and referral, I can really step in and serve before, during, and after a transaction happens.
Okay.
Perfect.
What's one mistake sellers make that costs them money? Perhaps.
Believing that their artwork on the wall is going to help them to sell the house when it's a big family portrait or something like that.
Something hideous.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we should move everything personal down, and then
Yeah.
hire a stager who's an expert of curating spaces.
Boy, that's right.
It's well worth the dough, and the return on a fully staged home that's beautifully staged is 4 to 6% higher than if it weren't. So don't go it alone.
Yeah.
Yes, you might have a design background, or call Kristen.
There you go.
Blue Mountain.
Kristen Roberts.
A great,
Spruce Interiors.
that's right. She knows how
She
to
was-
curate spaces amazingly, but use a service that's beyond what you think you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. We tapped on this earlier, but let's touch on it again. What does being Wood the Park mean to you personally?
Yeah. Like I said, when I come through the canyon and I get up
Yeah.
here and I'm hiking through quaking aspen trees, there's just something that happens to me.
I know.
My blood sugar level goes down. I feel connected. I might even take my shoes off and walk through that forest.
There you go. Yeah.
So it's the nature aspect and the feeling of a true sense of community. True sense.
There it is. Cha-ching.
Yeah. I like the portal concept, driving through a
That's
portal.
great.
All it is,
that.
you know, you go from Woodland Park, sunny sunshine, you get down to Walmart, it's raining and, thundering down there. You get to Green Mountain Falls and it's crisp and blue and clear and everything.
15
So,
degrees cooler, 10 degrees
Yeah.
cooler. Yeah.
but I have a half-hour drive every day, so I sort of like it. It gets my mind together in the morning, and then when I'm going down the hill, it's just like, breathing out and the day is over type deal. I know once I'm going down, it's either I'm done for the day or I'm done for the, day and a half weekend. So, all right. Any advice, one piece of advice you could offer new buyers in Teller County?
New buyers in our current marketplace are challenged. Rates are higher, prices have not dropped. All of us that are homeowners really appreciate that. But if you're a new entrant into real estate, you have to have your wits about you. Sometimes it's not going to be the house that you think you could buy. You
right.
just need to get into the marketplace. So get in, gather some appreciation, and be able to parlay that into your next investment, and work with an agent that knows the marketplace and that's going to work for you to get concessions. Concessions are very common. August 14th, is it today, 2026? Concessions are very common, provided by the seller to cover closing cost or to lower your interest rate. today that's the best move for a buyer.
Okay. All right. Well, it's time to do something we love to do around here. It is our word of the day.
Word of the
Charlie can never wait till I can get,
I can.
he
hardly wait.
can hardly wait. Okay, and it just happens to be related to real estate.
Oh,
So
good.
let's see what the word is, and hopefully I pronounce it right. The word is appurtenance. Appurtenace. Appurtenance. I
It,
don't know if there's an N there or not.
I have.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that.
Okay. It's a legal term for something attached to a piece of land that transfers automatically to the new owner when property is sold.
Mm.
Okay.
Like an
Okay.
easement.
That-
Yeah,
that's stuff.
yeah, letter of whatever they.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. From there, okay, if you watch some of our videos, so you watch some of our podcasts, you know no one leaves without being forced to sit on the whoopee cushion. But there is no whoopee cushion, but you got to respond to some
We have to
funny
do
questions.
that.
I know. That'd be a heck of a surprise. See?
Depending on the guest.
All right. So, what is the weirdest thing you've ever seen in a house that definitely was not on the listing description?
I entered a house one time and saw a shark that was enclosed in this formaldehyde or something.
No, wait, a real
Yeah, and it was this little baby
small
shark,
shark.
and that was the staging. It was a good staging piece.
A live shark and a little baby?
No, it was like a preserved.
Okay.
Oh,
It's
it's
like a
frozen in
taxidermy
the-
animal
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
in the ocean areas, but it was in here.
yeah.
It's here.
Okay. Well, if you could legally list Pikes Peak for sale, what would the asking price
Oh
be?
boy,
Pikes Peak.
Yeah.
Priceless, or
there's hard to
No,
put a number.
see.
on.
is it Pikes Peak? Is it Tava? Is it Shining Mountain? I think it has great names and it shouldn't be for sale.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. All right. What is the worst home feature? A popcorn ceiling or carpeted bathroom?
Oh, I would have to say the bathroom. I was born in 1979, and so I
Still have
didn't
rugs like that.
I didn't experience so much of that, but some of that, and it's a strange one.
Oh yeah, like water beds and fuzzy carpets.
But you can take both off and modernize them. So
Yeah.
Water beds.
Remember
water
that?
beds. Do any homes still have water beds these days?
I've never
No,
seen
I
one since I was a
They're done.
That's a relic, I think.
All right.
15.
Yeah.
All right. Lightning round time. Mountain or beaches?
They're the same in my mind. They have the same kind of like essence.
Okay.
Because there's this wild that comes from the ocean. You go, what is in that that's going to eat me? Same happens when you're in the forest. There's something there
There are
that could
things-
take you out.
I thought of that when you were walking barefoot in the. Watch out for the porcupine.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, you know,
I do
stuff.
it sometimes after a long run. I'll walk through
That's
that
pretty cool.
fresh
That's-
rain,
I love
and then I
that.
feel like, oh, okay, I'm getting some like rejuvenation back. You know?
That's brilliant. Brilliant. Yeah.
You need to go on Facebook, look at one of Roy's barbecue videos. He had a bear guest in there yesterday, and they showed the
Did he?
bear. Yeah, right up back, they show the bear jumping from wherever, jumping right across to the tree.
Yeah.
Mm.
And yeah, he was at closing last night, but look up his video. It's pretty wild to see
Oh, man.
bears that friendly
That's
and
wild.
in close and in town and everything. All right, caramel or chocolate?
I'm a dark chocolate guy. Give me like 85% for the polyphenol aspect
All
of
right.
longevity.
Nice.
All right,
Yeah.
this is a good one. Open house or open bar?
You know, I try to
Both?
bring a bottle of champagne and a bottle of wine so I can pour you a glass as a
There you
gift.
go.
My goal is if I can keep you there longer, something may happen.
Okay.
That's
All
cool.
right.
That's cool.
Fresh cookies or fresh paint?
Gluten-free cookies. I'm a GF glutard. I've been
Well,
told.
silly, actually. Silly.
Yeah. So I normally do fresh baked gluten-free chocolate chip cookies, and oh gosh, I just constantly cook
a
them.
man
The
after
smell's
my own
always in
There you
there.
go.
People go, oh, it's like having an apple pie on
Mm-hmm.
a windowsill
Yeah,
or something. You know?
Yeah.
If you ever need some gluten-free stuff, Secret Desires Dessert Company. That's me.
That's
Yeah.
it. I didn't
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, he's treated me a
yeah.
couple of
We'll have
times.
to share referrals.
They
Yeah.
are so
Locally.
good.
Yeah. I do some stuff. Some
Oh, yeah.
good stuff. All right. What is the favorite season to sell? Summer or fall?
There's a seasonality to the business that
Okay.
starts in the spring, and so there's always an energy when things get green and the grass comes out.
Mhm.
That's the best time, in my opinion, to list. but markets shift periodically. Like we've had a few years where winters were like summers
Right.
in regard to inventory and unit count. So
Yeah.
talk to your skilled real estate agent because those seasonality can shift based on events, geopolitical, pandemic, things can
Weather,
shift.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
Okay. Well, no podcast would be complete without our informative "Did you know"
Oh.
segments.
No sea creatures this time, right?
No sea creatures. No, no, no. Again, we're going to stay with our theme today, which is real
Oh,
estate.
good.
Okay. Do you know how many licensed real estate agents are in Teller County? Any idea?
I do not.
Okay.
I don't know.
My sources tell me 1,200.
1,200.
In Teller County.
Yes.
Saturated.
Yeah.
That is another thing to be aware of. A lot of people have had experience, and sometimes it's based on a transient agent that's got their license for a year, found out
Yeah.
how hard it is, and they get out.
Yeah.
So look at Google reviews. Make sure you look at production. I always say go to Zillow and type in their name,
Well, I think there's
and you'll see if they're skilled or not.
real estate agents that are more active than others as
Yeah.
well. You know.
Agree. Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
With their finger on the pulse, because laws change and
Right.
clauses and contracts shift and get pulled out or deleted. It's good to know
Oh, yeah.
what you're doing with high production.
Because I don't know much, but I think sometimes people get into real estate because all they see is the dollar signs, how much they can make by selling a house. Maybe I don't
I
know.
mean, I have to
Wait.
tell you, when I got in, I thought it was going to be this get rich
Yeah?
kind of scheme.
Oh, there's a lot of work to
I,
it.
I came from a sales career where I was, a top producer for many years. I got in, and those skills didn't transfer that way. I call it the kick in your own butt principle
Yeah.
of knowing how to do that with yourself versus having a leadership doing it for you. You
Okay.
got to
Yeah.
learn to do it on your own when you're a small business owner.
There you go.
Yep.
All right. True or false? Did you know the average buyer looks at 8 homes before making an offer?
Sounds
about right.
about right. Yeah.
Really?
I know we've been looking for a while. It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
because you got to find the one that ticks with you, that you walk in, speaks to you.
Well, it's
It's
a
like,
pretty important purchase.
yeah.
Yeah, is it the rifle or the shotgun method, right? Have you really sat with someone and figured out what you're looking for so they execute for you?
Yeah.
Or is someone else guiding the ship?
Yeah.
You as a professional should guide that ship.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
All right. Another. Did you know homes with blue bathrooms statistically sell for more money?
I have to disagree with that.
Okay.
That
Well, let's
doesn't
hear it.
sound
Okay.
Yeah, maybe if it's a light, kind of off-light white blue.
really light blue or
But,
something.
but normally men like dark countertops, dark blue rooms, and women
And
don't
red.
care for that.
Yeah.
And let's be real, the women make up 70% of the buying decision
That's
every
right.
time.
That's right.
Give us a garage and something.
And a
you
man
know,
cave.
Hey, we're happy.
All right. Did you know haunted house is an actual legal disclosure in some states?
Ah,
Okay.
there's a term for that. Yeah.
Does that fit out here?
Stigmatized properties.
Stigmatized.
Stigmatized properties are properties that have been haunted or a murder happened in them.
Oh yeah.
We in Colorado
Crack house?
are not required to disclose as agents.
You're not required to.
We're not required to disclose as agents. However, I would disclose all of that if I knew of it
I would think so. Yeah.
because I wouldn't
You wouldn't want
to have
somebody
a
to
client
walk
to have buyer remorse
Right.
after the fact
Right.
and they learn this.
Exactly.
Wow.
I go beyond and I would definitely disclose.
There you go.
That makes sense.
All right. Well, that wraps up our conversation with Woodland Park Realtor Steve Sato. Insightful, helpful, and always on point. So, again, we have received your contact information. Any events happening in the future? Any tips you can give to anyone? 3 months, 6 months. Is this a good time? What should they be doing if they're looking at buying a house maybe next year?
Yes. Study the market, learn what's happening. I follow ITR Economics, their economic reporting firm, and I've been following them for 7 years, and they're 98% accurate over a 12-month
Wow.
cycle of time and also very accurate over 24 months. This year, we were supposed to see an uptick in the spring based on the Fed chair being switched out
Oh yeah.
and also what that does to interest rates. However, there was an Iran conflict.
Oh yeah.
So it pushed back this cycle of time until spring of 2027. There's going to be this big uptick in the marketplace that happens there. So if you're a seller, pause and maybe list there.
Yeah.
Now, if you're still listed, homes will sell, but there's going to be a little bit more of an energy that happens at
Interesting.
that
Yeah.
place. And no one can time the market. If you need to sell, sell.
Okay.
Cool.
All right.
Cool.
Well, thanks for that. All right. We got to get into what's going on around town.
What's going on?
Do you know what's going on, Charlie?
I know that you're going on.
I know. Yeah, I know there's a lot in your world. Your world's like a
Oh,
carousel
yeah.
right now.
Oh yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, the 39th POWMIA recognition ride, which is in conjunction with the 2026 annual Salute to American Veterans Rally being held August 21st and 22nd. They depart Woodland Park at 10 a.m. and they're going to be going up Highway 24th divide to Cripple Creek. And this is it's billed as Colorado's greatest celebration of freedom, patriots, and camaraderie.
It's a big thing every
Yeah.
year. Every year they do this,
Yeah.
and it's
You
it's
hear those
an-
choppers fire up and
oh,
Yeah.
man, it's heavy metal thunder, man.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
People complain that the highway's closed down, but you know what, folks?
Not for long, though.
Get over it. Take your kids, take your
Good
chairs,
reason. Yeah.
take a flag, and just explain to your kids what all these bikers mean. They're not just making noise, they're doing something for reason. But sit along the road and check it out. Remember, it starts at 10 o'clock on that Saturday. A little bit of something interesting. After a 24-hour period with more than 5 accidents happening at the Safeway light intersection.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's amazing. But now they've dealt with it. The Colorado Department of Transportation has lessened the transition
yellow-
time. The
yeah.
yellow light now is less
Don't
than-
try to run that yet.
No, it's less than
It's
half a
nothing.
second if you can manage that.
Yeah.
Okay. But they've changed the timing, like I said, to half a second. And that gives you no time. You think you're going to beat that? It's giving you no time at all between the yellow and the red lights.
You
Don't
can count
try.
on local law enforcement being there a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The accidents were being blamed on driver error. Yeah. Texting,
Oh, yeah.
inattentiveness,
Uh-huh.
and I'm going to add the word ignorance.
Okay.
That's my opinion, okay?
Slow down. Get on
There you go.
mountain time. Okay.
That's it.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
But it is only going to work if people pay attention. So people,
People.
pay attention. All right.
That's right. Especially with the school buses now.
Oh, don't even get started on
No,
the
I know that.
those red panels that
Also-
pop up. Stop doesn't mean stop. I can go flying right
School's
now.
starting up again.
Yeah.
And you're going to see them out there more. And every year it's a concern because a lot of people are in a hurry and they'll run around that bus and there's so many close calls.
Yes.
These youngsters.
So
Yeah.
watch your lights. Slow down, people. Okay.
Okay.
Jeez. All right.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Exactly. Kiwanis Bingo, August 20th,
Yeah.
6:30, UPass Cultural Center. The theme is the best of Colorado.
How
that
are you
allows-
going to dress?
Exactly. Come as your favorite. I don't know. Dress as your favorite. Come as your favorite mountain. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. Use your imagination.
Yes.
All right. Last week we had Stephanie Kaufman with the Colorado Moms of Mercy.
That's a big thing.
Yes, that is a big thing that is happening soon, but they are rolling up with heart, humor, and a whole lot of clean teeth. They'll be doing this on September 25th, 26th at the Cripple Creek Victor High School, starting at 6 a.m. First come, first serve. Get there early. Stephanie says people sometimes camp overnight so
Yeah.
they can get in there. But over 200 volunteers. I'll be one of them there on a Saturday covering it for Teller Time.
Oh,
Teller
absolutely.
Podcast. But they'll be doing all sorts of health teeth stuff. So bring the kids, bring the teams, and bring that uncle who hasn't seen a dentist since the Broncos' last Super Bowl win.
We all got an uncle like that.
All right.
Had some of his teeth, not all.
There you go. All right.
Well, you know what? They should, if you really want all the details,
Yeah.
just tune into our last 54th podcast
Yeah.
with her, and she gets into really great information.
Yeah. So no insurance needed, no hoops to jump through, just real Colorado care. And for more information, you can go to comom.org to sign up to volunteer. Okay, but it's a really good cause because next year they're going to be going to Denver, but they service a lot of people and it's free service. They'll do more than teeth clean. They'll do
I
a
think
lot of
there's
stuff.
120 dental chairs they'll have in there.
Yeah.
Mm.
So this is
It is.
what did they say? They required 50,000 square foot of space. Is that what she said?
I think it was.
Yeah, gymnasium
Which-
there.
Takes up the whole
Yeah.
high school
That's
and
amazing.
parking lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a good cause. So if you need teeth checked out, yeah, go on comom.org. Go onto our podcast. Look up number 54 episode, Stephanie Kaufman. All right, folks, thank you so much for listening to Teller Time today. We are the heartbeat of our mountain community. Okay, we are strength
Oh, here we go.
plus voice and community equals
You sure?
Teller strong.
The nonprofits here locally need your support.
Okay.
Thank you.
The Lions Club, Toastmasters, and Kiwanis are the organizing nonprofits for the Lights Above the Clouds holiday parade.
Yes.
It's a lot of fun. You can become a sponsor for a very low cost.
I know.
Please contact us. We're accepting sponsorship now. You get an extra shout out if you're the next 10 sponsors. You'll get multiple shout outs for your business.
Yes.
What a great way to market your local business at a low cost and build community. Reach out to me personally or any of the three
Or any of us.
nonprofits I just mentioned.
So Pikes Peak Lions Club, Kiwanis International, and Toastmasters.
Toastmasters as well.
All right. Let's see. We've had Toastmasters. We've got to get. We've had
Yeah,
Heidi
yeah.
from Kiwanis.
Well, yeah, we have.
So now we got to get a Pikes Peak Lions Club person
That's
on here, and
right,
that could
that's
probably be
right.
Peggy. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna, as always, I'm not gonna leave you with one thought today. I'm gonna leave you with two thoughts.
Oh boy.
All right. Maya Angelou said, "Forgive yourself for not knowing what you didn't know before you learned it." So
Oh yeah. Okay.
So-
Angelou.
Maya Angelou said, "Forgive yourself for not knowing what you didn't know before you learned it."
Yeah.
Because that's what, and that's especially with kids. They're apologizing for not
Oh,
knowing
I
something
get it.
that they are just learning. And it's like, this is your first time doing something new. Don't expect to be perfection
That's
the first time out.
Start and figure it out.
Start. Yes.
That's the learning.
All right.
Right.
Now we got something a little bit more different from the immortal Katharine Hepburn. Katharine Hepburn. This is pretty direct. Okay. If you need a helping hand, you can find one at the end of your arm.
Yes.
All right.
That's right.
So that's talking about self-reliance. you
That
know?
comes from a woman that I think she was one of the first to start wearing pants.
It's true. We all need help, but help starts by helping yourself.
Oh, of course.
So with that, thank you, everyone. Steve, Charlie,
Thanks,
as
Steve.
always,
Thank you guys.
It was really a pleasure. Ed.
Thank you
We
very
had a
much.
lot of good stuff here.
good message
Yeah,
today. So
I appreciate what you guys do in building up our community and making it stronger and more connected.
Well, you too.
bye.
Absolutely.
Teller time out.